All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the TikTok Shop Insiders podcast. I'm your host, Ivan. We got my friend Pat here. This is the podcast, your source for the latest news and strategies for TikTok Shop. All right. What's up, Pat? How you doing? How's your last week been?
It's been good. I just got back from a 4-day Disney cruise where I pretty much ate everything in sight. I still got the sea legs. It's kind of
Yeah.
pandemonium on a Disney cruise. It's not as relaxing as you would think because it's just
Okay.
like hundreds of kids everywhere and you're kind of wrangling your own kids. But glad to
Yeah.
be back. I'm glad to be back to some normalcy and getting
Yeah.
to talk shop again.
How old are your kids again?
My oldest is 11. So he was kind of like off on his own on this
Yeah.
trip. Like he's super independent for the first time, just kind of running off. He had a phone. And then my two daughters are 9 and 5, who luckily were staying together in that that kids club. So they kept each other entertained. But yeah,
Nice.
for the most part, they were pretty good.
Very cool. On my
Yeah.
side, yeah, wifey is out of town, so I have the three kids to myself. Today
Good
was the
luck.
first morning of kind of wrangling them all together. I think it did well. Everyone's still alive, so I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, dude.
Um, all right. Yeah, this week, so you've been out of town. This week has been super busy onboarding a handful of clients. Really excited about this batch of clients. Their products are, I think, perfect for TikTok Shop. Yeah, kind of, we see some in the supplement space as well as the kind of food and beverage space. And yeah, just super excited. Those are kind of really go hand in hand with the TikTok Shop audience. So happy to can't wait to give you the download on them, Pat, a little bit later, so we can kind of strategize and kind of blast off with their
For
TikTok
sure.
shops. All right. This episode, we always start with news and kind of latest in TikTok Shop. And Pato has kind of been wanting to talk about this topic for a little bit. We didn't get it covered last week, but Creator Search Insights. It was launched in March, but it's kind of a little bit more developed now, and it's a really, really awesome tool for creators to kind of use in their kind of TikTok Shop journey. So, Pat, go ahead and kick it off.
Yeah, I mean, this was a pretty big update last month that we didn't get a chance to talk to, but it's kind of like they want you to go viral on TikTok, right? So they're basically giving you the keys to the kingdom on what people are searching for as far as like content on TikTok Shop or on TikTok in general. So this is the Creator Search Insights is kind of like the Google Trends for TikTok. You can basically, go to the way you find it is go into the search function within TikTok and search for the term specifically Creator Search Insights. You'll see a tool pop up, and then there's a red button that says View. So you'll get into the tool, and then the first thing you'll see is a list of search topics by trending. So it'll give you the top trending products and the percentage of like search popularity, how popular it is in the search. The two first views that you have are for you and the content gap. So for you are what your followers are looking for. So if you're a creator on TikTok, this is a great way to find out exactly what all your followers are looking for and being able to create content around that, right? Especially if there's a product related to it, if there's specific products that they're all looking at and you don't have a video about that product in your TikTok Shop yet, it's a good way to figure out what's your best next product to promote.
Yeah, and this is around keyword, right? It's all around keywords, right? And so,
Correct.
for
Yep.
instance, like mine, I've been doing a lot of skincare research, so a lot of like skincare, satisfying skincare eclipse tool, and what they will show you is like they'll highlight a recommended topic. So these are recommended topics for me to talk about in my videos as a creator. So pretty cool. Yeah, it kind of shows the gaps in the market.
Yeah, and the content gap is, I think, even more important because it shows you all the top products. Basically, TikTok Shop is defining it as topics that are searched often but have few relevant videos. So this is a great opportunity to figure out, okay, this is what these are the topics that people are searching on TikTok Shop or on TikTok, but there's not a lot of videos. So this is your chance to create the videos that will fill that content gap and get your videos more views.
Awesome. So like in the realm of like SEO, it's like what are those keywords that are high volume, not a lot of competition. And then Amazon, what are those products with high volume but not a lot of competition. So
Exactly.
awesome. Yeah. So for all you affiliates and creators and even brands, right? check out creator search insights in your TikTok, and you kind of get ideas for content.
Yep, exactly.
Love it. Anything on there, or ready to move on to the next?
Yeah, I mean, the last bit too is you can filter down to like product categories if you wanted to. So in the first view, there's two drop downs: the For You and then Content Gap. And then the second drop down has top trending searches, and then you can filter down to specific categories. So there's like fashion, food, sports, tourism, gaming, or science. So you'll click on that, and they'll give you the top searches for any of those categories. Or you can just put in like a root keyword in the search bar. So I did like travel, right? And so when I do travel, they'll take that keyword and apply to, it'll filter for all the top popular topics that have that keyword in it. So the top searches I see are travel makeup, travel wallet, travel shoes, travel purse, or just in the prepping period for summer travel. And so these are all the products, or these are all the searches that are popping up. And then, if you're an affiliate, you should definitely be taking advantage of this insight and creating content around these products.
Right. Cool. And even kind of like us as an agency helping brands, like taking this information and with our affiliate and our brand brief, letting them know like, hey, these are keywords that you want to target, put in your kind of copy, put in your scripts, etc. So definitely want to do that.
Yep.
Cool. So yeah, this episode is really just dedicated to tools that work for us, and we want to share those tools with you. Creator Search Insights is a tool for affiliates, but some of the tools that we've been using for the seller side as well as the affiliate side, but pretty awesome tools, are Kalodata, KALODATA.com, and shopplus.com or .net. It's shop SHOPLUS.net. The links will be in the description. These are just amazing tools. Essentially, in summary, these are data analytics tools for TikTok Shop, right? So they'll show numbers for sales, product sales, video sales, live data across all categories on TikTok Shop, brands and affiliates, right? So just basically any kind of sales data that you want. Some of the kind of KPIs here, kind of numbers here, like what's the price points, commission rates, sales, revenue, sales trend, relevant videos, relevant influencers for that product. Or for that brand. So it's like a treasure trove of information. A use case, it's like you can find out which video is producing what amount of income for the brand and the product that it's selling it for, right? And so that's super valuable, right? So you kind of if you see a video that's popping and it's selling a ton, is there something that you can pull from that video that does well? Or even better, can you reach out to that affiliate and say, hey, affiliate, you made a great video, we'd like to, it would be amazing if you can make one for us too, right? So lots of uses here. Pat, what are some of the things that kind of you see and you use this tool for when you kind of pull them up?
I mean, a great way we've been using this for brands we've been pitching, right, or even working with, is looking for their competitor brands, right, and finding the creators that work with those competitive brands and already creating content, and then reaching out to those affiliates to say, hey, we have another product very similar. We know these creators have generated a certain amount of sales. They're regular content creators that do TikTok Shop related content. So finding those creators, and it's kind of one client said it's fishing where the fish are. Knowing that these are the people that know how to create videos that sell, and they know how to create videos that sell for your type of product. And so we use that insight from Kalodata and Shop Plus to find those affiliates.
Love it. I'm going to pull up the screen, share a screen with Kalodata up front. Again, this is a share screen. If you want to go, it's on our podcast will be on YouTube if you want to visualize it, if you need a visual, but I'll do my best. Pat will do our best to kind of talk through what we're seeing. So I have Kalodata pulled up, logged in, and what I like to do is look at the top sellers, right? And that's by shop. In the nav bar, there's a button called shop. And what I have here is in the last 7 days, these are the products that have sold the most in the last 7 days, right? So right now, there is Hunt Breaks, and their products are, I think, basketball cards or cards in general. and they've sold 3.76 million in the last 7 days in the United States. Pretty crazy. There's a huge, you can see there's a kind of trending graph, and in the last couple of days, it just went bananas. Wow, 2.56 million in 1 day. Jeez.
That's insane.
So it went, yeah. So 2.56 million on 1 day, and so that was clicking into the brand graph. You can scroll down. You see the products that sold it. You can see so it's one box of Panini trading cards from 2001 to 2017 sold 3.48 million in 1 day. Okay, yeah, that works. So yeah, this is you can kind of continue to scroll down, and you see the top products of that brand. If you continue to scroll down even more, you see what videos sold what products for that during that time, right? And you'll see here there's I think what they're doing, if you're familiar in the basketball card or Pokemon card space, is that they'll do breaks. So they'll basically be videoing or doing a live and opening packs of cards. You'll see here a handful of videos. Some of them got 77K, multiple got 77K in sales, and I think they're just kind of breaking the videos or breaking the packs and kind of showing it, and therefore people will want to buy it, right? Anything else here, Pat, that you want to kind of outline?
I think you mentioned it earlier, but it's a great way to research, the strategies that affiliates are using in their content, right? Like you can see what hooks they're using, what hooks are working for people, and you'll start to notice there's a pattern of like, oh, they've one that we see often is like they've compared the price to like Amazon to TikTok Shop, right? Highlighting that difference in price, driving urgency, saying, hey, there's a flash sale or whatever happening right now, etc. But those are the type of things you can kind of gather really quickly from this tool, is you'll see those that top content that's selling.
Yeah. So for instance, one of the top products right now is this 15-day cleanse from Mila Miamore. Opening up that brand kind of profile, you'll see they did 1.45 in sales in the last week. It shows all the items sold, 75K units, affiliate revenue of 1.42. So pretty much everything, I guess, in the revenue. Oh, that's how much they brought in. And then, yeah, just kind of, you can see on the right here, their graph of sales over time, right? So it'll show you like, did it pop recently? Did it pop, earlier, later? You can filter for the last 90 days, 30 days, etc. in a custom filter. So it's really kind of super amazing, right? You can see how this brand has developed over time. You'll see they have like ebbs and flows. I imagine these lull periods of a week or two is when they ran out of stock. Some are even at zero revenue for about a week. So like all brands that are killing it on TikTok Shop, they're a great problem to have is that they become out of stock. What else do I see here? Scrolling down a little bit more, you see creators, and kind of like what you were talking about before. It sorts out the top creators that are selling this brand's products. So TikTok Deal Plug is a creator that has sold $500,000 of this product. So now you're like, well, how the hell did he sell that, right? You click onto his profile, you'll see kind of like his selling information. You'll also see you can see the products that he is promoting. But what it also shows is the video. Like this one video that we're pulling up has sold 242K in sales. So it's just you can see the video length, 44-second video. You can hear, I don't think it's pulling up the sound, but you can hear what he's saying. And it's just amazing, right? And he has 10 videos more. What did I even say? How many videos? 82 videos. He shows how many videos he's made. Pat, I'll let you kind of.
Yeah, I mean, this kind of goes to show you like the old approach of influencer marketing, where you're looking for like the people with the biggest following, kind of goes out the window, right? This is helping you find the people that know how to sell on TikTok Shop versus people who just have the biggest following. So some of these guys might only have, a following of, I don't know how many does it show? Yeah, this guy has less than 26K followers.
Yeah, you don't need the 10 million follower Instagram star to push something. You can just get a guy. This is a guy selling a like essentially like a maybe a woman's product per se, right? It's a cleanse. But he just figured out a niche. He figured out a layout on how to lay out those videos and selling them. And he's not shy about it. He's created 82 videos.
Mm-hmm.
So
he's tested everything. So he's
right.
just throwing everything out there to see what works and then doubling down on what works.
Right. Actually, so this is a good point. People ask me like, well, how many units do I need to seed out, or what's the seeding out strategy? But he's made 82 videos, right? And 4 videos have 50K or more. The rest of that 82 has 5K or less. Essentially, like, it's a law of averages, right? Like 5% of your videos are going to constitute like 95% of your sales, which is exactly what's going on here. And that's essentially the mechanism that works on TikTok Shop. So this is a perfect example. So another kind of look here, as I'm looking at the data, this is year to date, if you will, or like, since the beginning of January, but he hasn't sold much since February. So most of these sales have been in January and February, middle of February, and nothing since then, or blips since then. So that's kind of tells you like, it just adds to the story, asks more questions like, did it run out of stock? Did he just stop creating content? Did it get old? You know what I mean? So just you could get, I can kind of get, and I have, and got lost in this tool to kind of just ask all these questions. What else? Oh, another thing I want to show is one of the data points that you see here is how many views is each video getting, right? And so like he has 5 million, 1.4, 1.3, 700,000 views on a video. And that's kind of crazy. Like those are essentially impressions for each, right? So yeah, so it's just like, what happens if you put ad dollars behind it now? Oh, well, then it becomes a retargeting on that 10 million views. So that's how, an added kind of crazy benefit for TikTok Shop. It's like, yeah.
And this is only looking at sales that happen through TikTok Shop. This is not even accounting for the lift that they're seeing because of all this brand awareness that's being generated, not accounting for the sales they're seeing on like Amazon, if they're selling on Amazon or on their websites.
100%. Yeah. I mean, I don't think we can just gloss over that, but like we have brands that we work with and their sales have, increased 20, 30, 40% on Amazon for the days that have spiked on TikTok Shop. It's insane. It's, so you're getting the positive ROAS on TikTok Shop. You're getting the positive halo effect on Amazon and .com. You're getting paid ads, kind of performance increases. So it's like, why aren't you on TikTok Shop? Cool. Anything else? Okay. So we went over top products. Some of the items in the nav bar, like you can search by category. So beauty, women's wear, health, food, supplement, makeup, and perfume are the top 5. And it shows their revenue for each. It shows the top products for each category. Revenue growth rate. It shows kind of trends, sales trends, number of shops, so your competitors, revenue per shop, and then just kind of more data on the category. On the shop level, we went through that already, but essentially just the different brands that are selling well or doing well. On the creator level, it's like, same thing, which creator is promoting which product and how much revenue are they bringing in. So you'll find here the top creators. Essentially, if you're a brand, you can use this to reach out to them. If you're a powerful brand that has name recognition, that'll typically do better, but you can reach out to them or find out who their people are and say, hey, we align. Would you be interested?
And if you're an affiliate, you can quickly identify what are the top hot products on TikTok, like selling on TikTok Shop, even through this screen, right? You can see these are the top creators selling the top, like what are their top money makers? Click on that product. And like, if you're not selling that product, this is probably a good opportunity to test it because it's doing well for other creators.
Okay, this is crazy. So along the lines of what you said before, this is the top creators, and there's only one creator with over 100K followers. One creator has 1.8 million followers. The rest have like 2K, 38K.
355.
One has 355 followers. So they obviously did the workaround to be a TikTok Shop affiliate, and they've sold 253K worth of products.
7 days in the
in
last
the
7
last
days.
7 days. So, rough estimate on the short end, they're 10%. So they made $25,000 in the last 7 days with 355 followers, not even that many. So that's pretty amazing.
We see this all the time in the affiliate groups that we're a part of, right? There's always an affiliate posting like, I just started on TikTok Shop and I sold 50K in a week or whatever.
Yeah, it's amazing. You'll see that kind of the product mix of each of these affiliates is kind of different, right? I think essentially what I'm getting at is like these guys know how to sell products on TikTok Shop, and so you can maybe substitute one product for another with their layout and strategy and script on their videos.
See those Lenovo earbuds that we were talking about? Your favorite listing? Yeah.
So these are Lenovo earbuds, and they're not for sale anywhere else on TikTok Shop, and they resemble really closely with earbuds that you can find on Alibaba. And we have a suspicion that if they're actually Lenovo selling it, or if it's a third-party seller who is doing something nefarious. But anyway, for another day. You can also go to the product level. These products are selling the most in the last 7 days. So you'll see here 1.42 million for the cleanse, 1.21 for collagen powder, and on. There's a water flosser selling over $500,000 in the last 7 days. So again, accompanying with which videos is selling the most for that product, average price, and kind of units sold. So powerful information.
She just got one of those water flossers recently as a sample, so she'll be putting videos together for that too.
Nice. How's your wife doing recently, I guess, in the last week?
It's been good. I think she's been creating a lot of content. She's been getting a lot of samples and just trying to grind out videos, as much content as she possibly can. Yeah. Nothing has gone like super viral since that the book talk stuff that she puts together. But because she's been so consistent with creating content and generating, GMV, she's been getting reached out to a lot from brands because she creates content on the regular, and especially the brands that she's already created content for and has sold well. Like one thing she's done is those little like book nook, like craft card things that you put in your bookshelf and it looks like a little library or whatever. That brand has been reaching out to her to say, hey, we got 2 other products. Can you create the same videos that you did previously? So
another kind of point is your wife inevitably, I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure she made money while she was on the cruise, right? AKA, what do you call it? Passive income, if you will, right? So I mean, this is a great opportunity. I think also, she creates great content. So one of these will hit, hopefully. So kind of excited to see how that goes.
Yeah, I think the one thing we'll probably try to change our approach is because she has so many samples, she's creating like 1 to 2 videos per product and then just kind of moving on to the next product. But I think she needs to go, what we're going to try to do is go deeper for each product and create more videos, especially the ones that we know are selling well, create more videos for that specific product and see if that works better.
Cool. All right. So that's Calo data. Something that Calo data does not have and that I enjoy looking, or kind of like a question that I have, is how many views, or I'm sorry. Okay. So rewind on Shop Plus. There's this feature that I use, and it essentially looks for how many videos were created during a time period, right? So in this year, how many videos did they create on each day? Is it trending up? Did they create a whole bunch in January and they haven't created lately? Or did they kind of create nothing and then, no videos until last week and they just, created like 1,000, right? So headed theirs right now. So if you go to shopplus.net, going into their platform.
Both of these platforms give free trials, right? So that you can, play with the tool before you even pay for it, do some research and toy with it yourself to really dig in and see what's available.
Right. So going into their top sales by product, top sales United States in the last month, you'll see everyone kind of knows about this. The Guru Nanda Cocoa Mint Pulling Oil. They've sold 4.44 million in the last 30 days. We're going to be clicking into that. And what I like to see is, okay, this is the product, number 1 selling product. And I scroll down and I look at, there's a section called video/live promotion trend. I believe that's it. Yeah, that's it. And this shows me their video / live creation, or affiliates creating videos for them in the last, time period that you select, right? So you'll see here their number of videos. They're creating 400 a day, 487 on the high one, 460 or 643, and then recently 208, 253. So essentially, that's average 300 people creating a video every day for the past 30 days. That's insane. Okay, so that's pretty awesome. So let's look at another product, right? A little bit down the line. Let's look at this camera. It's like a digital camera, kind of marketed towards
One thing I
kids.
don't think we touched on yet is it actually shows you the commission that each of these products are promoting, right?
Great
So
point.
you can get a good idea of what commission do you need to be at as a brand to be competitive in your space and make it attractive for affiliates to create videos about your product.
Yeah. Likewise, as a affiliate, you see what commissions other products are, giving, right? So it's one thing to see, it getting sales, but like how much commissions are you getting, right? So this is a $13 product at 10%. Well, there's, I'm pretty sure there's a higher priced product at a larger percent, right? So $26 product at 15%, and then kind of et cetera from there. So yeah, commissions are a huge part. There's just so much data in here. I definitely suggest to get the free trial that Pat was talking about. Both of them have free levels for some. I think one is 7 days and one is kind of limited view. But we'll have all that. You can sign up through our link in the bio or in our show notes wherever you're listening to this. But yeah, essentially there's like ebbs and flows of videos being created for this camera. It's like, well, why is the video? Oh, I'm sorry, that's the sales. Oh, so this is actually my point that I want to make. So in the beginning or in the end of March, early April, there's a lull in sales. Like, okay, well, why did that happen? And my first guess is, okay, well, videos weren't created or out of stocks or whatever it is. The same time period, there was not a lot of videos and live broadcasts, or lives were still there, but videos weren't being created as much. And so that tells me, okay, well, out of stock essentially, right? They were out of stock. They pulled back their videos. They pulled back kind of creating that content, and therefore sales went down. Once they got back in stock, you see that their video creation has picked up, and then in turn their sales have picked up. Oh man.
Yeah, and this is the big difference between TikTok Shop and Amazon, right? Like when you go out of stock on Amazon, it's like the kiss of death for months to build back up the momentum.
Right.
But TikTok Shop, you can kind of get back on the horse and start writing again as soon as that stuff comes back in stock, as long as the affiliates are creating content.
All right. So one other section that I see on Shop Plus that I love is the insights. So on the left nav bar, there's a section called insights. You can select your country, US, whatever date period you want. So I'll do last 30 days. And it shows the sales in the last 30 days in the United States of almost $500 million. Kind of crazy. Extrapolate that back to January to today, and you'll get $1.15 billion in sales. And you'll see it'll show kind of like every day, essentially, the sales volume every day, revenue and units sold. You'll see some dips. I imagine that's when TikTok Shop was out or was offline, or there's a glitch in the matrix or glitch in data. But essentially it'll tell you like it's growing, right? And you can do this for all the countries, right? Like what did UK do in the last 30 days? What did Indonesia do in the last 30 days? Philippines, Vietnam, etc. Like how's their trend?
Yeah, looking at those other countries, you can get ahead of trends that happen in the US too, right? Like you can start seeing products that are trending in the Philippines or Vietnam or in the UK, but haven't popped off yet in the US, and get ahead of that because it's likely going to happen in the US as well.
For sure. I see a lot of electronics here in Vietnam. UK, there's like lip stuff, like kind of, what do you call it? Chapstick type stuff. And then women's apparel is pretty big there. But What else? Think that's it for me. I'm sure there's a million and a half things that we could still do. This may be part one. Or I see some ads and toolboxes.
Was there
Creators.
anything in here for like affiliate outreach that we use? Is there like links to ways to contact affiliates in different ways, whether it's like their
Okay. Yeah, actually, you're right. So there's so in Shop Plus on the left side, influencers, you can sort by influencers, and then you can sort by United States and categories, right? This filter right now is for the top selling influencer in the last day. So this Beth Shop gift has sold 10K worth of products in the last that it's sorted by growth ratio. I sorted it by revenue, and this guy funny TV with 16K not followers with has sold $126,000 worth of stuff in the last day. So essentially what you can do here is reach out to these people. Clicking into his profile on Shop Plus, it gives a link to his TikTok. So I'm pretty sure this guy is getting 1.5 million messages a day just because he's the biggest seller. But if you're fortunate enough to get in his inbox, you can have him create videos for you. That's the idea, right?
Yep.
So yeah. I mean, you could use it in all aspects of TikTok as an affiliate, finding what other videos are selling well as a brand, product. This is really for brands, in my opinion. Product research, finding affiliates, etc., like trends, etc. But yeah, Pat, anything kind of closing it up here?
Yeah, I think it's a great seller tool. If you're a seller, even if you're trying to just do the what's it called, drop shipping model, or there's ways to discover great products. For brands, it's obviously a great way to do competitor research. It's a great way to showcase. We use this all the time to show brands like, hey, your competitor is doing this amount on TikTok Shop. You should probably be doing the same, right? And that's been a very effective, like, eye-opening thing for them, because they have no idea, that their competitor, or even like it's a new competitor, it's like a product in their category that they've never heard of before, selling X amount of dollars on TikTok Shop. And it's very eye-opening.
Funny story. We have a brand that we've been friends with for 5-6 years now. We talk to them and say, like, you guys need to get on TikTok Shop. You guys need to get a TikTok Shop. And they're like, okay, yeah. We present to them and we show them how amazing it is, or at least we thought we did. All these other kind of products doing well, and then kind of ghosted a little bit, which is fine. They have their priorities. And then we do our follow-up email, and we're just like, hey, did you know your direct competitor is doing like 2 million on TikTok Shop in the last 30 days? And it's a complete about face of attention, right? They're like, oh wait, well, how can we get on, right? So it's exactly what you're saying, Pat, of kind of just like a different way of looking at all the products on TikTok Shop.
Yeah, I mean, it's the best way to showcase kind of the opportunity that's on TikTok Shop. Like, it's very hard to see it in just the data you see in the platform, but Colo Data and Shop Plus is a great way to really showcase the entire category, all the players in the categories, even just all the players on TikTok Shop in general. Really show you the opportunity that's happening on TikTok Shop.
100%. Cool. So yeah, that wraps it up for today's episode. Don't forget to follow us on TikTokShopInsiders.com. We have if you go to TikTokShopInsiders.com, you'll see a link for a group. Kind of wanted to put together a group of high-level sellers, talk about strategies and little things like this, and asking us questions. So definitely join there. That concludes it. Thanks everyone. Thanks, Pat.
All right, no problem. See you guys.
See ya.